Who are you? Do you know the answer to that question? Like, really, who are you? Not just your name, where you went to school, your profession, where you live. Truly, who are you? And what is your purpose in this lifetime? Welcome to Boss Up Goddess. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and I go solo or interview trailblazing women who share their wisdom to help us all live bigger, better, and bolder. My mission here on this show, which is inspired by my book, Boss Up Goddess Start Living Your Effing Potential, is about inspiring women who are waking up to the reality that we've been living in someone else's template or construct of how we should think, speak, act, live, love, work. And then many women realize that's not me. But then who am I? Many years ago, I was at a conference and the speaker asked, "Who am I and what do I want?" The speaker asked everybody in the audience to ask yourself, who am I and what do I want? Now, I had been to college, I had been to graduate school, I had worked in journalism, I had written multiple books, I had been married and divorced, I had become a mom. Yet, when I heard these questions, I did not know the answer. Who am I and what do I want? Do you know the answers to those questions truly? Because who our authentic self is often a very different person or personality than what we present to the world. Because we've been so molded and shaped to become and act and speak in a certain way that is acceptable, expected, that we don't know which is which is this exterior acceptable persona and which is the real me. So in order to live your greatest potential, to make the most money, to feel the greatest sense of fulfillment, to have the best relationships, to have inner peace, to feel mental calm, have good self esteem. In order to embark on the mission or purpose that you have in this lifetime to achieve something that helps yourself, your family, and people everywhere. In order to do all these things, you have to know who you truly are. Who is your authentic self? And you may very well be in that construct of what you're expected to be or what you have been molded to be. You might be very successful in that role, successful in external measurements of money, material success, etc., accolades from other people. But what makes you feel happy? What enriches your soul? What nourishes you and makes you feel joyous about what you're doing? The mission of Boss Up Goddess, the show and my book, is to help you as a woman figure that out. Because many of us go too long never knowing the answer and maybe never discovering the answer, spending a lifetime in that sort of cloud. And I believe that cloud is miserable when your life is not reflecting who you truly are. So, the reason I'm talking about this today is that I have had so many intense experiences today exploring this topic. And it wasn't even intentional, but I've been in 4 different meetings with our publishing clients. And the conversations, for some reason, steered back to this whole thing of who am I? Who is my authentic self? And what am I doing with it in the world to make a difference? And based on the news of yesterday with people storming the Capitol building, We all have a powerful, important mission to do good in the world, to make sure there's peace and light and love and equality and justice and all the good qualities that American democracy stands for. We all have a role to play, and we can play our biggest, best role in that by being our best, greatest, strongest, most prosperous, most influential self. And in order to do that, we have to answer the questions, who am I and what do I want? Now, if you don't know who you are and you don't know what you want, you're probably really mad, miserable, annoyed, frustrated, confused, sad, because the problem is we don't know how to figure out what the answers are because these layers of societal expectations and standards of beauty and standards of wealth and all these different things that are put on us by families through they're just trying to do their best for us, families, jobs, um, communities, religious communities, faith communities, um, certain educational systems. They all make this imprint, and then we realize one day, wait a minute, this isn't right. And then we try to peel back all the layers, and it takes work. But how do you do that? The answer to doing that is first, you can do it on your own. I started a workbook with my sister Catherine called the PowerJournal 28-Day Challenge because when I was figuring myself out, and I really was on a quest to answer those questions of who am I? What do I want? What's blocking me from getting what I want? And what action steps do I have to take to get what I want? That became the Power Journal Challenge. Those 4 questions you answer over 4 weeks with a smaller question every day of the 7 days of each week. So I did that process and I found some answers that were transformative. So Catherine and I put it in a workbook, and I'm also leading people on a 28-day challenge for weight loss. So we created this workbook, and if you watch on the channel every night, I go live to do the next day. So you can check out what today is. And so it also combines meditation and journaling, and that's the Power Journal experience. Meditation enables you to go within and ask, who am I? When you meditate, you connect with spirit, you connect with your intuition, that divine voice within that speaks the answers to you. And as a result, I wrote about them in my book, God's Answer is No, Lessons from a Spiritual Life, because I answered the questions and I put them in the book because I wanted to show you how you too can find the answers to these questions that will change your life on every level. So, the first way that you can answer those questions of who am I and what do I want is to engage in the Power Journal Challenge, which will ask you these 4 major questions with 7 days of questions for 4 weeks. And so we also provide lines for you to write. So you can get this on Amazon. It's the Power Journal 28-Day Challenge and the workbook to lose weight, because if you don't know who you are and you're self-sabotaging or stuffing down feelings or hiding out or numbing out with food, this book solves the problem of who am I, what do I want, what's blocking me, and what action steps do I need to take to get it, but in the context of food, because it's not about food, it's about your mind. And so these 2 little workbooks can make a big difference in your life. So the first way to figure out who am I and what do I want is to do one of our workbooks. The second way to do it is to work with someone. I highly recommend that you get involved with a therapist, a coach, or some kind of coaching group, community course program, and there's a zillion of them right now. Find someone that you like, know, and trust, or get a referral to someone that you trust, a referral from someone you trust, to work with someone who can help excavate information that will enable you to answer the questions, who am I and what do I want? Some of the information that will be excavated includes traumas, wounds, emotional and physical, as well as the stories that we've carried with us for a very long time. I had an experience today working with a very trusted, amazing person, coach, who guided me through a story that I've carried for a very long time that has influenced me on many levels, hindered me in many levels. And I was able to identify that story and how it has been holding me back. And I was able to forgive, release, and replace it with new visions, new ideas, new missions. So without working with this wonderful person, I never would have excavated or identified that story as something that I needed to heal, forgive, and release. And as a result, it was just this, when you explore these kind of stories that you tell yourself, and you release them, you literally feel lighter. You feel it lift off of you, and you just feel yourself open. You feel like this burst of relief and joy, and it's remarkable. But again, the only way I was able to identify that that was a problem was working with someone who was specifically trained to help excavate these types of stories and help you heal and release them. So the first way to figure out who am I is to do a workbook. The second way is to work with someone or in a program designed to help you figure yourself out. Because here's the thing, we are all walking around with these stories about who we are and why we are as we are. Oftentimes, those stories are connected to something very painful, something that happened to us when we were a child, something that we experienced and it was traumatizing, something that made a really powerful and usually negative imprint on who we are. And so we carry those stories as if they are the gospel, as if they are literally written in stone, as if they are some kind of dictation over our life, and that we have to stick to this story and live accordingly. We don't. We have the power to release the story and write a whole new story. We have that power, but in order to do that, it has to start with awareness of the stories that we need to release. And so, working with a trained professional, therapist, coach, coaching program, self-development, personal development program can help you to identify and release these stories so you can answer the true question, who am I? Who am I? And when you realize you are not that story that you've been holding on to all this time, then you realize you're free to recreate yourself however you so desire. And that is going to manifest in success on every level of your life. Your relationship with yourself, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your self-worth, that is going to manifest into better relationships because you'll be more confident, calm, and peaceful, filling yourself with love and filling up all those spaces that used to be filled with the story and the pain associated with it. You're going to do better in business because you'll be more in touch with who you truly are, and you can reinvent yourself to do that. It's awesome. So those are the two main ways that you can identify, who am I? Just ask yourself that and see what comes up. I'd love to hear from you. If you drop me a comment about who am I and what do I want, you are going to begin a process of self exploration, excavation that will enable you to get in touch with yourself and release all that pain, that negativity, and then the regret and guilt and shame that comes with realizing I didn't need to carry that story with me so long and allow it to hinder me in so many ways. And then realize we did nothing wrong. We were just doing the best we thought we could do. But now the mission here on Boss Up Goddess with my show and my book is to show you how to recognize what's going on and shift with a mind shift that changes your behavior, which changes your life. Real simple message. Be on a quest to figure out, who am I really? It's going to change your life on every level, and it doesn't happen overnight. That's why it's very important to be patient and gentle with yourself. And I highly recommend you either do a workbook and or work with a professional who can help you answer some of these questions, because a professional will be able to gently guide you through it and help you release it in a way that there's no lingering anger. When I had that experience today, there was no like, oh, I'm so mad at myself because I wasted time on that, or nothing. It was just the process was just release it. And it's gone, gone. And I feel so much better. And now that I recognize how it was holding me back, I'm excited because now I feel like I've broken through the chains of that particular issue. And I'm free to move forward, to fly, to soar, to lift off. It's really wonderful. So please, I want you to feel that way. I want you to say, I figured myself out by starting with the question, who am I? And from there, I was able to step forward fearlessly and fiercely and step into this whole new self that's the true me. One more point, the coronavirus pandemic, where everything is slowed down and we're staying home to stay safe, is the perfect time to do this work on yourself. This work that is going to pay immeasurable benefits, immeasurable riches, immeasurable rewards, so that you literally are in the workshop of yourself during the pandemic, working at home, not going out to parties and all kinds of things, using that time for a journey of self-discovery. Using that time for a journey of self-discovery, and as a result, making some wonderful revelations and epiphanies about you and answering the question, who am I? I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and I'm here to help you ignite that light within yourself, because literally you will feel light, you will feel lighter, and you will feel a light burning inside you, exploding, illuminating your truth. And that is so exciting. You will literally glow. You will glow with epiphany, revelation, and excitement. I want that to be you. So thank you for watching me today. Please do put this into practice. Journal about, who am I? Who am I? Journal about that right now. You will be amazed at what comes up. And when you recognize that you are holding on to certain stories about who you are, this is the time to say, wait a minute, I need to rewrite that one. And if you need help, you can get the help. There's so many capable, wonderful, talented people out there who can assist you. So the question of the day is, who am I? And set a goal to work on that question every day or once a week and just let it percolate in your mind, your heart, your soul. Listen to the inner guidance that's coming up, meditate on it, journal about it, do the Power Journal challenge, and you will come out of this process truly bigger, better, and bolder. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. I'd love to hear from you. Click the notification bell so you know every time I go live and upload a new video. And also, remember, boss up, goddess. You have the power. I'll see you next time.